Hello everyone, my name is CK, and looks don't matter. And that's just the truth. I'm not saying that because I'm kind of chopped. No, I'm saying it because there's this trend on the internet nowadays. I'm sure you know it. It's the Looksmaxxing trend that's growing in insane proportions recently, and it made me think about the concept of beauty and attraction. And so I wanted to share my opinions about the whole trend in general because I think it's important for people to hear this. First of all, I'm not naming any of the internet personas that I'm referring to. You all seen the clips, right? The ones that beat themselves off with the hammer to increase bone density or and maximize their jawline or whatever. These people that go online and trying to give people advice on how to be better looking. And don't get me wrong, there's a small layer of advice that is actually great advice. I'm not against telling people to hit the gym and recommend others perfume or skin products. These are solid advice, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm talking about defending the idea that looks is the only thing that matters, and that it's the only thing people should work on. To be fair, what pops up on my feed are usually clips making fun about these guys. And so that's good, right? There's a big wave of people that obviously don't take it serious. But I think if these people have an audience, then there are people that identify with these values, and I find that extremely dangerous. Because I think about myself when I was like 14 and 15. Um, I was very insecure about my face. I was very insecure about my body, and if this trend was happening around that time, I would definitely beat myself with a hammer as well to increase my jawline or whatever, because I could swear that there was something wrong with me, even though there wasn't, and that's insanity. People like me and you can watch these videos and understand that it's a joke, but the kids are at risk to being heavily influenced by these crazy people. And so I just wanted to explore this notion of what makes someone attractive isn't looks. And I'm going to defend this idea and explain to you because it's the only thing that makes sense. Well, first of all, we reject the sentence beauty comes from inside, right? Because in today's age, it's not a logical sentence because of society. We learn from a very small age to judge based on things' appearances. What's pretty and what's not, what's good and bad. We learn when we're very little to judge. And we grow with this notion and we go on with our lives. And then the day comes where you experience love for the first time, right? And if you know, there's nothing logical about love. It's magic. Because when love happens, my friend, it's something completely out of logic. You know that. There's no explanation for your feelings. And you fall in love for the way they dress, talk, live. And when you're trying to find out about this feeling more, when you're trying to understand the person that you love more, appearances and looks usually go back to the bench. Because appearances are relative to the eye. How many times have you judged people based on their appearance? Then looked to your friend for comments and he had a whole different perspective about that person. Well, beauty is that trait that's individual to every person. And everybody has it in them, something that if projected properly can shine through other people. And in my opinion, if you're not getting a lot of looks, that's just because you haven't found that beauty within you yet. It's nothing to do with appearance. It's all about personality. Sometimes you think there's something lacking on you physically. Well, really, what you're looking for is inside you. And I mentioned I was a very insecure person. I was very insecure about my looks. And let me tell you this, back in high school, if I looked in the mirror and if I felt shitty about myself, my whole day would be awful. My experiences would be awful. And if I ever tried to achieve anything meaningful, looking like that, feeling like that, I would immediately get rejected. If I felt ugly, I would externalize that and it would become real. Well, once I said F my insecurities, this is who I am, and I started embracing who I was. And let me tell you this, I had not changed in appearance at all. The minute I decided to change my perspective was the minute opportunities started coming to me. I would go to school feeling great, and there was even times where my friends were like, "Why are you so smiley?" and they would start laughing as well, and we'd have a great time. I would immediately bring the energy of the room up, and you can feel that. You can feel that. You can feel that it has nothing to do with your looks. All I'm trying to say is that you can achieve these things from within because people notice that shine on you, and that's where attraction comes from. And so I might not be the most perfect person in the world, but that has never blocked me from experiencing the joys of life. And it's not fair for you to punish yourself for looks when you know damn well that you're not being blocked by it either. If anything, that's on you. That's just how the universe operates. And at the same time, you got a movement on the internet that tries to take that away from people and trying to externalize a certain idea that people should just be bland and only care about looks and treat people based on their looks as well. And that is extremely dangerous. And another thing, those insecurity traits that you have that make you feel bad about yourself, the big nose, the crooked teeth, the crooked leg, those things, once you embrace them, they become what makes you you. And sometimes people don't even notice these things, but if they actually do, it's going to be in a positive way, in a weird way. Everyone is different and no one is perfect, you know? And that's what makes people even more beautiful in a way. And in my opinion, the guy who had 30 surgeries to look better is just running away from who he is. And that's not attractive. If anything, it's a little bit unattractive. So yeah, just embrace who you are and stop caring about Muin for God's sake. That was the video. I hope you enjoyed this one. I had a good time. Have a good one. See you next time.